We just got some big Rell news about release date and some other cool stuff, and it's looking like we're finally going to get it. Rell dropped a new devlog, which includes very important release date information, flying ships, sinking ships, some combat related stuff, roll, this, that, and a lot more cool stuff that is actually worth your time. So let's get started with release date information, since that's what we all wanna know. So the game made a big progress in past few months, went through a lot of major changes, and the main thing that is holding back release date is the quality level. The Rell brothers are trying to keep up to people's expectations, which is valid reason but still kind of impossible considering that some people actually compare Rell to GTA 6, a Roblox game. Like, are we for real? With how much, yeah, yes, game is coming out this year, and that's 100% confirmed. There's not exact date yet, and if you ask me, I don't think it's gonna come out before winter this year, like let's be for real. We are still waiting on the movie 3, and just remember, last movie was like 11 months ago. And after movie 3 we still need to get a trailer, and then wait a bit like till testing and everything else is done, and then we can think about a release date. So that's not coming out this summer, that's for sure, that's like 100%. So all my hopes are on winter, that's it. At the latest, like January. But like, it's coming out, it's there. Let's get to the cool stuff shown in the movie. First of all, how is the underwater world in Rell looking like? The sea is separated into 4 parts. Let's start with the top. Getting into sea, you can swim for quite a long time. Basically never run out of breath because there are these bubbles that are spawning around you randomly. And by getting into them you can just breathe air. And that way you can basically never run out of breath. But like, watch out because the deeper you go, the lower chances are of the bubbles spawning. So like, there is some limit to it. There's also speed boost that you can get by passing one of these circles. Normally because you're in the water, everything is slowed. But interesting how there's also a combat underwater, which is also very slow and close range, but still looks good. Some ways underwater might actually take you to caves. At the end of them, you got to beat a boss and that type of stuff, like solo leveling vibe. Majority of underwater content is for C4, but there's still a chance of fighting these caves in other seas as well. So let's get deeper into the waters of Rell with submarines. The way you obtain them is part of a progression system, which we still don't know. By going through this progression system you can get the Coke bottle, such a Frankie thing to do, with which you can spawn submarines basically anywhere in the sea. Submarine system itself is quite interesting, because it got all of the features you could want. Sensor for detecting life around you, compass, depth, and so on. Interesting how while you're traveling underwater, even though it's a really big place, it doesn't feel that empty. Like there's still wildlife around you and shit, like a lot of fishes, creatures, and everything. Basically everything is there. To actually get to Fourth Sea, you will need a submarine. Or another way is using coating brush to coat your boat. That way you can sink your ship and travel underwater while still being able to breathe and everything. Interesting how this is the first game to do this type of system, and low-key I'm all in for it. The deeper you get into the sea, of course, the darker it gets, and wildlife around you keeps changing, getting bigger fishes and everything else. It just becomes more dangerous. If you get too deep without having a submarine armor, you'll start to lose HP and eventually die if you get too deep. So let's get out of water. Combat. They also brought back the air ladder combat system that was sneaked back in the day in the first teaser that came out for LCs. And the combat itself now actually looks fun, looks a lot better, more flowy, and movement is also a big part of it, like Geppo and everything else just adds onto it. The feeling of the combat is much better than before, a lot better. My main concern is going to be the bosses and stuff, because before they just straight up looked bad, the boss fights and stuff. Not the models itself. It just didn't look good. So is it improved or not? That's what I want to see. I just hope they worked on that and improved it. There's also a clashing system added, which I'm pretty sure was there before, but now it looks a lot better, and actually I'm pretty sure it only happens once 2 people front dash into each other. And if you don't know, front dash here is also a hit, like in Battlegrounds games. It's just aura farming. A big game changing feature they also added for better traveling throughout the world and stuff, because the world itself is going to be big, we all know that. And they added grappling, something similar to Sekiro. You can grapple onto buildings and some higher places to climb. It's not that you can climb anywhere, but only on specific places, which are like roofs, trees, etc. They also shown how modes work. Basically, there is some skills that can be only used while in mode. We get some effects like when blocking and stuff. We still don't know much about it. Just briefly explain what's shown in the video. You can also swap out your devil fruit skills, and there's a lot of versions, a lot of skills for each devil fruit. So there's going to be a lot of variations and movesets, different playstyles with the same fruit, which is going to be great for variety, and you cannot worry that two flame users are gonna have the same thing, which will make it feel a lot more special for your character. And if you're a flame user, you're not gonna be the same as any other flame user. It's gonna be vastly different. Might be unbalanced, but it's still a really cool feature. There's also a handcuff system. You can only be binded once you're knocked down, so if you fall into the wrong hands, it might be GG's. I'm not sure, but I think even pirates can handcuff you. There might be a special way of obtaining handcuffs as a pirate or something, but we'll see. So watch out to not get kidnapped. It's gonna be a lot of roleplay for sure. And this will be very interesting if there's a bounty hunter system in game. In actual movie 3 that will be coming out soon, we're going to see full progression, which will involve basically all parts of the game. A lot of new abilities and all of the other cool stuff that I cannot wait to see. And at the end, they did leak all of the sub sneaks from their Discord server in the past 3 months. If that's something that interests you, video link is in the description. Thank you for watching, and if you want to see more, just subscribe, because soon I got another big planned out, and stay tuned for that, you know what I mean? Here's a cookie.